Now that you have determined your topic and working thesis, and you have found sources to support this topic, it is time to work with those sources. This is a simple process for any level of research and composition. Gather your sources and read them and annotate them. Remember, annotating means that we are looking for information that will be helpful in our papers. You can mark them up, underline, circle keywords, make notes in margins, ask questions. For our sample paper, why all Americans should add avocados to their daily diets, you see here that we have a few sources stacked on top of each other and annotation. After you've annotated all of your sources, get out some notebook paper and make notes of all the annotations. These do not have to be long and drawn out. They just need to be lists of what you have found. Don't worry about order or organization at this point. You're just getting the information down on paper. Once you have all of the information written down, you can now map that information. See how things connect. You'll start to see that some information is repeated across your sources. Of course, you'll start with your central topic in the center, here, avocado. And then you can start to make note of the different things that connect to the central topic. Mapping out the information is a good way for you to see what are key points that you can use for your paper. Once you have determined what those key points might be, you can create an outline. So, for this paper, a possible outline would include points about the vitamins and minerals, folate, heart health, weight management, fiber, fat, and then of course a paragraph devoted to the opposing argument. Most of the time, Roman numerals represent single paragraphs. But remember that sometimes it is necessary to carry a point across 2 or 3 paragraphs because you don't want your paragraphs to be too long. Now that you have your points figured out, you can code them. You can use numbers if you'd like as a coding system and literally take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and go back to your sources. Or you can take colored highlighters, which I happen to think is the best way, the easiest way, the most visual. Highlight each point with a different color, and then revisit the sources, reread, and code the information according to the connecting color. You can begin to see that some articles have a lot of points in them, and then some articles are more specific. Another important thing to do at this point is to check your sources. It's easy to do when you have all the highlighting in the sources. Go back to your outline and make a note of the different sources for each point. Using the author's last name is a good way to do it. You'll see here that vitamins and minerals, there are 3 sources that deal with that topic. Folate has 2, heart health has 4, and so forth and so on. This is a good way to make sure that you have enough sources for your paper. Remember, the goal is to have at least 2 per point. Depending on how many the instructor has assigned, you need to make sure that you have enough sources for your paper. And if you don't, then you'll have to go back and do more research. It is also possible that as you get into the writing of the paper, you'll learn that you have to do more research anyway because you just need more on a certain point. Remember, writing is not linear. It's really a recursive process, and that's part of it. So continue researching and prepare for the composition of the actual essay. Good luck.